Welcome back to Total Line. BKB 35 is just weeks away, and Jimmy Sweeney seeks to defend his world welterweight title. The man in his way, the man who'll be opposite him in the ring on the night, is the British welterweight champion, Marley the Tank Churcher, and he joins me today. Marley, how you doing?
Good, very good. Yep, very good, mate. Very good.
It's been a little while since we've seen you. The last time we saw you was when you fought James Kennelly at BKB 31. How's life been since then?
Yeah, it's been good. Um, I mean, after the fight, uh, I thought I'd done enough, and it sort of played my mind a little bit. I stopped training for a bit, Uh, yeah, I took it hard, to be fair. When you think when all that training we done, I mean, it was two camps in the end because one got cancelled, and then we went straight into the other camp. So it's pretty much like 6 months of training for Canelli, and then not to get the decision when I thought I had it. It sort of, yeah, it cut me up a little bit, but I got back on my feet and we go again. So it's good.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The first time you were meant to fight, because for a variety of reasons, it didn't happen on the night. You were both there ready to fight, and then it didn't happen. I spoke to James about it, and he said it was horrible for him, the mental toll and all the training.
Yeah,
Talk to
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
about that experience.
It was mad, really. It was crazy. I mean, I've never had it happen before. Obviously, it's kicked off in the crowds before, but it's never been like you're ready to go out. Do you know what I mean? You're in the mindset, and then boom, it just they cut it off. It wrecked my head, really. It did. I mean, it was horrible, horrible.
There's so much preparation that goes into it, mental and physical, and then like
Yeah,
everything's timed so that you're ready for that fight, and then it doesn't happen. How do you get back into the swing of things after something like that?
mind power. So like everything's in your mind. I mean, it was. I just had to. In the end, I just had to put it to the back of my head and just go again. Just forget about it. I mean, it took a couple of weeks. Coming away from there, the journey up, the roller coaster of emotions going through your head, ready to come out and fight, ready to go. Um, and then that just gets took away from you. It was hard, so it took a couple of weeks, but you just got to put it to the back of your mind and go again and just forget about it. Otherwise, it would just played on your mind over and over.
And of course, when you did fight, how do you reflect on that? At the time, it looked like it hit you quite hard, and you said that you thought you did enough. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of people do. I mean, I've spoke to a lot of people, and they just still can't believe that I lost the fight. Um, I should have won it, more clear. Um, and I could have, I should have stepped up the gears. I had plenty of gears there, but on the night, it was just, I don't know really. I thought I'd done enough, and a lot of people did, but I knew I could have done more, and I could have made it an easier night. So
It looked like it hit you quite hard, especially like immediately after. What are the lessons learned, do you think, from that?
don't leave it to the judges. Don't ever leave it to the judges, because I don't know. I don't think they was on my side that night. And you listen to the commentary as well. See, when I watch it back now, I turn the volume down because the commentary it's all James, all James. I mean, he wasn't even hitting me with shots, and they was applauding him for hitting me. It was crazy. It was mad. I have to watch it without the volume because it makes me angry.
Yeah, it was a really close fight, a split decision win for James. It's one of those where like obviously I'm not a boxing judge. I'm not a I don't.
Yeah,
This is just my opinion, but it's one of those fights where it could have gone either way from
yeah.
from me watching it. And obviously both fighters, like neither of you gonna say like I think I lost that. But yeah, it was a really close fight. I don't know if you felt how
I
close
mean,
it was.
if me personally, if in my head, if I thought I lost that, I'd be the man and take the loss. Um, and say I lost. I'm not that type of man. I mean, I'm not going to say I did something when I didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know that you wanted the rematch. It looks
Yeah,
like it's
badly. Badly.
not gonna happen. Do you still have hope for that? Or have you kind of moved
Yeah,
past it now?
always. I've hoped for it. I've got to right the wrong. You know, um, yeah. There's always hope. There's always hope. I phoned James. I phoned him not long after the fight and said, "Look, give me the rematch. I deserve it." So, but I don't think he was too keen.
Because that's a fight that, to watch that fight again, it was so close the first time.
Don't get me wrong, it was close. It was close. Um, but I mean, I could have made it a lot clearer for me.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, things happen in camp. Like every camp, things happen. Um, and I was in that fight with a few injuries, to be fair, going into it. But that's not an excuse. Injuries ain't an excuse. I chose to fight, chose to carry on. So I should have just got the job done. You know, inside the distance.
But now at BKB 35, another opportunity for a world title. This time
Yeah,
at welterweight. I mean, this feels like your division. I feel like you're more suited to the welter division than the
yeah,
lightweight. How are
hundred
you
percent.
how are you feeling going into it?
Very good, very good. I started my camp correctly. Um, and like I say, it's more my weight. So I mean, to get down to James's weight where I fought, I haven't. I think I was about 17 the last time I fought at that weight. So I mean, it took a lot out of me getting down to it. But I did it as always make weight. But I mean, like this one, camp's going well. The weight's coming off nicely, so we're getting ready. We're getting ready for war, so it's good.
Yeah. Do you feel better training now that you're at welter as opposed to light? Like, how is it feeling?
Yeah, I feel a lot stronger. And I feel a lot sharper as well. Surprisingly, I feel a lot sharper. I felt a little bit drained. Um, going down to Canelli's weight. Yeah, it was taking its toll in the end in camp. It was draining me quite a bit. So, but I mean, this one I'm feeling a lot stronger. I'm eating better, eating more, which is good. And yeah, ready to go. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Let's talk a little bit about your opponent, the king of BKB, Jimmy Sweeney. He's the world champ now. You're looking to get that world
Yeah,
title off him. What do you
yeah.
make of him as an opponent?
Oh, he's good. Like, I mean, he's been around from the start. And I mean, he got a good amateur background like me as well. Both. I think he's won the Four Nations. I think as an amateur, I won it twice as well. So yeah, I mean, this fight, there's a lot of pedigree going into this. It's just going to be brilliant. I mean, I think personally, me and Jimmy, skillful wise, we're two of the best in BKB, if not the world. So I mean, yes, it's gonna be brilliant. And there's respect there for him, but it's business. So you know, it just comes down to it. There can't be too much respect in the ring on the night. It's business, and I've got to get the job done.
Yeah, and Jimmy's been saying that he wants to fight you for ages now. I mean, how does it
Yeah,
feel that that's finally happening? But also, like, knowing that he's after you, talk to me about how that feels.
yeah, yeah. It makes me happy. Like I must be doing something right,
Hmm.
For the king of BKB to call me out a few times. So I mean, he's chased this fight. I didn't chase it. I was. I mean, I'm setting up with my new trainers, Simon at Fitness Factory, up in Birmingham. So I mean, ideally, he said to me, "Look, we need a couple fights and then go for Jimmy." But he kept calling me out, so I just jumped at it. I said, "You know what? I'm just going to do it." So yeah, ideally, I'd like to a fight or two before with my new trainers, but we're good. I mean, it's gone brilliant. It's gone smoothly, so we're going to be ready.
Yeah, and of course, another shot at the world title, at a world title.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, are you more hungry now then, having been given another opportunity for it?
yeah. Of course, of course, of course. I mean, with Canelli, I was hungry with a Canelli fight. but like I said, the first when we made a fight, when the fight first, and it didn't happen, it just took a little bit out of the fight. You know, it made it a drag. Like the extra 3 months training, it sort of made it a little bit of a drag, and it took its toll a little bit. Now we're just, one camp and ready to go, fresh.
Yeah, how are you expecting Jimmy to come out? Obviously, he fought Levici for the title.
Yeah,
Classic Jimmy. We know what to expect from him. Just class
yeah, of
boxing.
course.
How do you expect him to come out on the night?
Just same old Jimmy, with his hands and what he does with his hands. He's trying to, put you off with his hands, and but I think he's going to try and be more aggressive this fight.
Yeah, of course. And you're the bigger man. He's quite short for a welter. He's 5'9". You're the bigger guy.
Yeah,
This is your division. What can we
yeah.
expect to see from you?
A lot of explosiveness. It's my division. I hit very, very hard, so expect a lot of power in there. I'm very quick. Yeah, so it's just going to be explosive. It's just going to be explosive, and I'm just going to get the job done. Just going to do the business in there.
How's your mindset going into it? Because obviously the world title's on the line. He's the champ. You're the challenger.
Yeah,
How mentally, how do you go into it?
I mean, he's got more pressure than me on this fight because he's named the king of BKB. He's this and this and that. So, but he's coming up to my weight, and that's going to prove that the key. He's never. I hit very, very hard with both hands as well. So I mean, once he feels them shots, he's not going to like it.
Yeah. And of course, there's a lot of respect between you two, but once you're in the ring,
Yeah.
he's in your way. Talk how's that like? Do you have to kind of change your mindset once you get in the ring?
No, just we have a game plan. I just got to stick to it. I've got to stick to the game plan. It's not going to change. Once I step in that ring, it's not going to change. What we've been working on in training. I've got to carry it through into the fight, and execute it.
Yeah, and I suppose with Jimmy as well, because there's so much to see of him, it's quite easy to not easy, but it's like there's so much available to see of him because he's had the most fights in BKB. So
Yeah,
so
of
you
course.
kind of expect you know what he's coming out as, right?
Yeah, Jimmy's Jimmy. I mean, he's skillful. He's quick. Good on his feet. Good movement. So yeah, they're obviously gonna have a game plan. So when the first bell goes, we'll see, won't we? So
What do you think's going to give you the edge in this fight?
my power, 100%, 100%. Once the shots start landing, my power.
Say that you do win this fight, you take the world title off him. What would that mean? Because I know we saw how much the British title meant to you when you won that, but yeah, a world title. What talk to me about that. What would it mean to you?
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, to be classed as a world champion, in any sports, it's crazy. Like I say, I mean, all my life I've been, boxing, fighting, and it's all led to here. So, I mean, all the sacrifice, all the hard work. Once I win the world title, it's all going to be worth it.
Yeah, and of course, being British champ, there's eyes on you as well. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
yeah, Jimmy is the king, but this is your division. You're the British champion. Do you there is a little bit of pressure on you as well? How are you feeling about that? I don't know if you feel any pressure at all or whatever.
Not so much pressure, but I mean, it's just the will, the willingness to win and want to win. Yeah, I wouldn't say pressure, but it's just my will to win. I love winning. I hate losing. And I love putting on a performance. That's the only pressure I got. It's myself, putting on the right performance for myself.
Yeah, because I feel like with you, you're not much of a talker, but you let your boxing do the talking. Are we expecting kind of like a technical boxing? Is that kind of you know, what do you think the fans are going to see on the night? How's that fight going to play out?
I don't want to say too much, but I mean, it's just it's going to be explosive. It's going to be a boxing match, and it's going to be explosive. I think it's going to have everything, you know. So
Following on from that Kennedy fight, is there anything you're doing differently going into this one?
yeah, I'm eating a lot more, so I haven't got to cut that extra weight.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just all around looking after myself a bit better. And obviously I'm moving away up to Birmingham from the family this weekend for the rest of the camp. So yeah, I'm dedicating myself to it. But with the Kennedy fight, I was, you know, I was grafting in the day and just training at night. Now I'm just training, eating right, looking after myself.
Yeah. Oh, so are you full-time training at the moment?
Yeah,
So you really are throwing everything into this camp then?
yeah. Like I say, I mean, you know, I've got 6 kids and a fiance at home, and I'm moving out up to Birmingham for the remainder of camp. So yeah, I'm taking it very seriously, and I'm going from Birmingham to the fight, so I won't be going home at all. Yeah, very seriously. I've been back and forth to Birmingham driving, training as well as training at home by me. So yeah, I mean, it's good, but I will miss the family. But these are the sacrifices you've got to make.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to your determination and your hunger as well.
Yeah, of course, very hungry. Like I said, you know, all my life I've been fighting, leading up, and it's leading up to this point. Um, you know, 8 years old, I stepped in the gym, and every day, every week, I've been training since then. And it's all leading up to this point.
Yeah, because there is a lot on the line. Like, not only is it the world title, it's also one of the most revered names in BKB. You know,
Yeah.
Jimmy's the king, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to have, you know, to beat the king, you know, that would be incredible, wouldn't it?
Of course it would. Yeah, of course it would. I mean, it's more than just winning a world title. Like you said, I'm beating the king of BKB, the king of bare knuckle. You know, so it's going to mean, you know, a bit more than just winning the world title. It's that you know, extra little bit that's going to push me on. Yeah, I mean, I've got there's no feelings there. You know, it's like, you know, I'll just concentrate on myself and my camp. Um, there's no malice. There's none of that. Let's get in there. Let's put on a performance and give the crowd what they want to see.
I think it's a good place to end that there. That's Marley Churcher. He's facing the king of BKB, Jimmy Sweeney, at BKB 35, November 25th. The welterweight world title is on the line. Don't miss it. Thank you, Marley.
No worries. Thank you.